Yo, that's crazy. That looks so sick. What's up, guys? So in this video, we're gonna be making a splitter for my E36 race car. We've been dealing with a lot of understeer from the wing because we've got all the downforce in the rear. We got no downforce up front. We've had to make a ton of changes to try and make up for that and get as much grip as we can in the front. But ultimately, we knew we needed to just end up making a splitter for the car. So that's what we're doing now. We just came back from Watkins Glen. And from watching the video, this splitter is really needed. Anytime at the apex, you can just hear the tires screeching so bad. So I'm really excited today. We've got the 9 Lives Racing splitter quick dismount kit. So it's got the Sturdy Boy mounts that mount to the frame of the car. And then it's got the quick disconnect so that we can easily take it on and off when we're at the track, because driving up, we're gonna have it off because we don't want to street drive with the splitter on in case anything happens. And then we'll quick put the splitter on, and then we can go at the track and race with the splitter on. This will be a whole weekend thing that we're doing. Yeah, I think we're gonna paint it black too, or maybe wrap it in carbon at the end. But yeah, we're gonna jump right into it now, and then we'll document the whole process building the splitter. So the first thing we had to do was get the front end apart so that we had room to mount up the pieces that bolt onto the frame of the car. It was pretty easy taking the bumper off, just a few bolts underneath and on the back in the fender well. And then with the bumper off, I could start pulling everything else out of the front end. So I lost the audio for this clip, but I'll talk you guys through it. Pretty much I took this plastic piece off up top, and then if we come below, there was a brace, kind of like an X brace that ran from side to side right over there. I took that off. We also ran to the store and we got paint. That paint has primer in it too, so it's perfect. We would just sand the splitter down and then just put that paint over top of it. And then this is the wood we're going to be using for the splitter. It is 1/2 inch thick birch wood. And now I am draining the coolant so that we can pull the radiator out. All right, so I got my headlight now, and now we're going to do the other hoses, disconnect them so that they're disconnected from the radiator. And then once we got the radiator dropped, we could put up the mounts that we're gonna have to drill into the car to hold up the splitter. And now I lost the audio for this, but I'm just showing you guys a close-up look of how it looks. We got the nuts on there, and then taking a look inside, we paint marked where we need to drill our holes into the frame of the car. Sweet. And with our holes all done and drilled, that is it for day 1, and we'll go on to day 2. So it is day 2 now of us working on the splitter on the blue car. We got really far on day 1. We're gonna start putting the car back together now. We got the holes drilled out for the mounts. We're gonna put the little rivet nuts in, and then we're gonna get everything bolted up and in, and then we can start putting the car back together. And then we can start cutting the splitter out, and yeah, just keep rolling. So we got the rivet nuts in. It took a little longer than we expected, but now we can start putting the brackets on and bolting everything up. All right, guys, so we got our bolts in and paint marked, and the same on the other side too. So we're kind of starting to get everything back together now for the front end. And then we also mounted this little guy. He helps us line up where the splitter goes. There's a slot that slits in, and then it sits in there and it holds up the back of the splitter. And now that this piece is on, we can start putting everything back together. And then after getting the radiator back in and everything back together, we could start building the splitter. So we brought the wood over, and then we laid the template out, and then we got the wood cut so that it would fit up on the car once we got the mounts on. And then I lost the audio again, but I'm just showing you guys now how it looks up on the car. Obviously, it's not cut final, but this is a rough idea. So you can see the mounts, and they simply just clip in, and then we had to cut room for the wheels. And then this is how the air dam looks. We obviously have to adjust the height because we can't run it like that, so we'll have to raise it a little bit. But that's going to be all for day 2. So now on to day 3 of building the splitter for the E36. All right, so day 3 now of working on the splitter. I want to give you guys an update of where we're at. So we took the template off, and we've got this back support part drilled in. This should be pretty sturdy. We had to do it a couple of times, but we're pretty sure we got it sturdy now. Dad is working on making the connectors for these so that, ready, when we hit it, or wait, actually, let me do it up. So when we hit it, they both go. So yeah, we're definitely making good progress. We've got the height, we think, pretty good. We won't really know the angle until we get the car on the ground. We're definitely making good progress, and we're gonna keep going at it. So day 3 was pretty quick. We didn't do much. As you can see, we got the pulls that come out from the bumper, and then we put the air dam on just to kind of get an idea, and we made a mark where middle is. And yeah, this is just kind of how it's going to look. We're starting to get an idea of what the car is going to look like with the splitter and with the air dam. I really can't wait to cut the shape out, but I mean, that's it for day 3. Not much. We'll come back day 4 and keep grinding. All right, y'all, so it's day 4 now of us working on this splitter. We got the side mounts pretty good. I'll show you guys now. So we were working on these guys. This is just support for the side. It pretty much bolts right up there behind this. We had to cut the back because there was a little flap, so we cut that. It sits flush. Come down here, we marked where we needed to when we put the bumper on. There's a little bit of a gap, but we just want to give ourselves some more clearance, so we cut a little hole on this side and the same little notch on the other side, and then this looks the exact same. And then yeah, we didn't do too much like marking up. We just kind of put a rough idea of where we wanted it, paint marked it, drilled it, and then we got them to, we think, as tight as we need them for now. We'll throw the bumper on, see how it looks, but we're making really good progress. We also cut the back end. We turned the tires both ways and to see how much clearance we needed. And we cut to the appropriate amount that we think works. And I mean, yeah, so that's pretty much that rear part done, and then these side supports done. And so with that done, we can now start working on the air dam. So we had to get the bumper back on and then get the air dam lined up. We made some marks where we need to staple it down, and then we pulled it off and we started getting to work. Had to pull a couple staples out and redo it once or twice, but eventually we got it looking good, and it sits very nicely on the car. And so with the air dam in place, we can measure 4 inches because that's the maximum length that we can go out for the splitter. So 4 inches up front, and then on the sides we curved it down to 2. I kind of had to freehand the curve. I think I did a pretty good job. And yeah, the splitter turned out good. My cuts were pretty good, but this was definitely the most stressful part. I knew that it was really like, if I messed this cut up really bad, then we'd have to make a whole new splitter. So I cut with a little bit of clearance in mind. And yeah, I think my cut ended up looking pretty good. All right, guys, so we're done for day 4 of working on the splitter. We got it all cut out, and it looks awesome on the car. But yeah, so this is what the splitter looks like right now, so you can get an idea. We did 2 inches on the sides, and then we didn't really have anything that we could like make a radius, so I just kind of drew freehand. I think I did a pretty good job. And then obviously the cut isn't the greatest. It's pretty good, but I'm gonna sand it up and clean it up so it looks a lot better. And then over here you can see the different lines that I drew until I got what I wanted. And then again, 2 inches to 4 inches, because 4 inches is the max for TT5. But I mean, this car looks so aggressive. Like it's looking really good. And then with the wing in the back, like, this is gonna look so awesome. So that's all for day 4, and then I'll see you guys tomorrow for day 5. We're gonna be we're gonna cut all the bolts that are underneath off and all the staples, and then my retainer is giving me such a lisp. And then we'll paint it after we sand it, get it looking a lot better. And then I was thinking maybe putting a little Cantor Motorsports right across the front there. I think that'll look cool on the air dam. Yeah, boy. So we'll see what we can get to. But yeah, that's what tomorrow holds. This thing is coming together awesome. Thank you guys for watching so far. If you're enjoying, like, subscribe. I appreciate all that. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, guys, so it's day 5 now, working on this splitter. Behind me, I've got the splitter upside down, and I'm gonna start cutting off all the bolts and the nails that went through, try and get it as flat as I can. And yeah, that's step 1. Alright, so we're back. Ignore my bloody nose. I've got a bloody nose like 3 days in a row now. But we got the splitter all sanded or grinded down. We cut all the bolts and everything off, and then I grinded everything down. So it looks pretty good. Now we're gonna hit it with this guy around the edge and get it much smoother. Round it off a little bit. Yeah, that's the next step. So now that we're done with sanding it, it's time to mask everything off. So 3, 2, 1, boom. And splitter is all taped up and done, so that's awesome. So now we can get to painting it. Hey guys, if you've made it this far in the video and you enjoyed it, please consider hitting that like button and subscribing. I'd really appreciate it and want to get more videos out to you guys. And it would mean a lot if you guys enjoyed these videos to subscribe. All right guys, it is day 6 now of us working on this splitter. Splitter's finally done. I can't wait to show you guys. It's right behind me. I'm gonna throw it on the car. We haven't seen what it looks like on the car yet. But I really can't wait. I think it's gonna look awesome. The splitter turned out really good. I'm so happy with it. My cut was pretty good. Got 2 coats of paint on there and I think it looks good. Did a good job taping off everything that didn't need to be painted. Underneath it, got the bolts. Everything's like all cut, sanded down, bottom's painted. It looks awesome. I still do want to throw a Cantor Motorsports logo across the front of the air dam. Working on getting a vinyl for that. That's gonna look so sick though. But yeah, we're gonna throw it on the car now and I wanna show you guys how it looks. And then I also wanna take it when we get it on the ground and I wanna show you guys some video with the car on the ground with the splitter on, how it looks. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Before I show you guys, hit that like and subscribe button. Greatly appreciated. And let's throw it on. It's gonna be a little tricky. I think we can do it though. I gotta like, there we go. Okay. Yeah, boy. There we go. Oh, that is so cool. That is so cool. That is really cool. That is so sick. And now check that out, guys. That looks so sick. I think this turned out great. We still need to do something about the pull cables, but that's all right. We will. I think we're just gonna drill through the front bumper. And have them come through somewhere over there. But I think that turned out awesome. You can see, need to touch up a little right there, maybe a little Sharpie over that. Then I went with the Cantor Motorsports across the front, but I mean, I can't wait to see how this thing looks on the ground with it on. So yeah, it took us 6 days to complete in total. Thought we'd get it done in 2. But I mean, it turned out awesome. I'm so happy. This car definitely needs a wash before the next event. I can't wait to see though how the splitter does. I'm super excited. And yeah, now let's get some cool video of the car on the ground with the splitter on. I think it's gonna look so sick. All right guys, so we got the splitter all finished up. It's like a week after we started making it. We had to make a couple adjustments. We changed the angle, and then when we changed the angle, we kind of had to mess with some other things. So we had the pulls coming out the top. Now, you'll see we have the pulls coming out of the side, or coming out of the front, there and there. That took us a while to get down. It's quick disconnect, but like it I don't know, it works pretty well. We definitely, to get the splitter on and off, we'll have to jack up the car, because there's that clip in the back and it's very hard to get it in with, like, it's so low to the ground. Getting it out of the garage was a little sketchy. It definitely is really low. We're not gonna street drive it. I just want to street drive it over here so I could get some cool pics of the park on this nice day. But I mean, yeah, we're totally done the splitter, so that's awesome. I can't wait to see how it does on track, but I'll show you guys the car now, and I think it looks so sick. So as you can see, splitter turned out awesome. We weren't able to get the Cantor Motorsports logo or whatever handle on the front of it yet, but I am working on it before the track event because I really want to get it on there because I think that's gonna look so sick. Other than that though, I would say this splitter is like, I don't know, maybe like a 5 out of 10. It looks really cool, and like the quick disconnect does work, but it took us a while to get it actually like working. It definitely took us a really long time to get it like fully figured out. We think we have the angle pretty good. I hope we don't have to adjust it at the track. Maybe we do. I think that's everything though. I think that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed watching the video. If you did, like, subscribe. I appreciate all that. Thank you guys. I know I haven't got a video out there in a while. I want to do better with the video editing. I've been really busy, but that's also just an excuse. Like I need to keep editing. But yeah, so sorry for not getting the video out to you guys in a while, but I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. But before you guys go, we got the car dynoed. I wasn't expecting to put it in this video, but I felt like why not? With the setup that we're running, our max horsepower allowed is around like 238, and so we clocked in at 236, which is perfect with no restrictor plate. So that is great that it is right where we want it, and man did the car sound good on the dyno too.